Welcome back. Okay, this evening we're just going to kind of run through Riverwood and start to talk about favors and stuff like that. A little bit about the player. I don't really do this to go through any storylines or anything like this. I just kind of enjoy walking around, exploring new things, seeing new places, and meeting new people. I don't mind getting known. I prefer not to get known for the wrong reasons. A lot of times, people will come up to you and innocently so start a conversation or say something around you, maybe not even directly engage you. But these little encounters can lead to missions or other side quests or favors that actually end up saving you time in the long run if you knock some of them out now. The perfect example is coming up right here in Riverwood. There's a guy standing in front of me. He doesn't necessarily approach me, but he does say something in earshot. So I'm going to talk to him for a second. And what this is going to lead to is him asking me to do him a favor, which is going to lead me to a lady in this town. When I go see her, she's going to be having an argument with her brother. Well, a discussion, I should say, about something that's been stolen from the store. I ask them, they'll ask for my help, and I'll say yes. What that's going to do is send me elsewhere to retrieve a golden claw, while at the same time also getting me a dragon stone that will come in handy when I get to Whiterun. So this little bit of time I take now to do this little side work, if you want to call it, just to chit-chat people and see what's going on, will actually save me time in the long run because I won't have to go to Whiterun, meet the Jarl, and then come back this way again. So it's important to take the time to meet people and get to know things and really just try not to do anything that'll get you in trouble, because all the trouble that you cause really does slow down the ability of your gameplay and the ability to move about the world freely and just explore and do stuff. Alright, so let's get started.
Faraway places and heard new stories.
Howdy, Sven. What's going on?
You should come hear me play at the Sleeping Giant Inn. For a small sum, you can even pick the song.
I don't know about that. So I just meet this guy off the street, and he's willing to talk to me about him liking a girl, same girl as somebody else. Let's see where this goes.
Camilla Valerius knows I'm the best man in Riverwood. That elf is kidding himself if he thinks she would choose him over me. I've seen him sneaking over to the Riverwood trader to speak with her when I'm not around. He's wasting his time.
Right. Of course, two people spending time never goes anywhere.
Is that sarcasm?
Maybe.
I've heard better wisecracks from Orgnar. Still, you have a point. Camilla letting Faendal visit her isn't a good thing for me. Here,
Probably not.
let me give you a particularly venomous letter. Say it's from Faendal. That should get Camilla to stop inviting the elf over.
So let me get this straight. I just walk into town out of nowhere. You're going to give me a letter to give to some lady and say it's from somebody else? Okay, sure. No problem. So what I'm going to do at this point
I'd better
is just...
get going.
Deuces. Yeah, you get going. I'm going to walk on down this way. Of course, there's the lady that I'm supposed to meet. Old boy's sister from escaping the Helgen Reach. So we'll get over here and go ahead and see what they're up to real quick.
What's going on?
Maybe grab up some
You
ingredients.
two look pretty well done in. I can't remember when I last slept.
Oh, about 10 hours ago.
Where to start?
And of course, there's
Well, the
ingredients,
news
so
you
I'm going
heard
to be
about
picking
Alfred
those.
was true. The Imperials
And kind of
ambushed
listen
us
to them in
outside
the background,
Darkwater
but not really
Crossing.
paying much attention to what they say.
Like they knew exactly where we'd be. That was 2 days ago now. We stopped in
Got a man on
Helgen
the
this
inside.
morning, and I thought it was all over. Had us lined up to the headsman's block and ready to start chopping.
The cowards.
They wouldn't dare give Ulfric a fair trial. Treason for fighting for your own people.
Sometimes
all
you
of
can't make the
Skyrim would have
progression
seen the truth
of the
then.
speech any quicker. Most time you just
But then,
X, and
out
you
of
go right through it.
nowhere,
But sometimes you
A
just gotta
dragon attacked.
suck it up and listen to what they
You
gotta
don't
say,
mean a
even though it
real
may not
live-
necessarily be
I can hardly
the most
believe it
enjoyable
myself.
thing in the world.
And I was there. As strange as it sounds, we'd be dead if not for that dragon. In the confusion, we managed to slip away. Are
Okay, I'm just gonna talk to
New
her
to
and see if we can
Riverwood?
get this over with.
If you're looking for work, go
I'm
see
just
Hod
gonna
at the
try and
mill.
get through her conversations. You can listen to all of them if you want. Hear what she has to say. I'm gonna go ahead and take a look at the ingredients.
Here's the key to the house. Stay as long as you like. If there is anything else you need, just let me know.
Not a problem. Mead, you heard me say earlier, I like to keep the meads and stuff like that just in case, and it's never bad to have rings and things of value to sell. That's about all she has that's really worth any value, so we'll go
There
ahead and
is
get
something
under
you could do for me. For all of us here.
that. Name
The
it.
Jarl needs to know if there's a dragon on the loose. Riverwood is defenseless. We need to
No
get
problem.
word to Jarl Balgruuf in Whiterun to send whatever troops he can. If you'll do that for me, I'll be in your debt.
Just
Nobody
so
else has
happens
come up
that's
the
where I'm
south
headed
road
anyway,
today,
so.
as far as I know.
Good. Maybe we can lay up for a while. I hate to put your family in danger,
So
Gerda,
now that we have the
but
key to her house, we can go visit her house and take whatever
Nonsense.
supplies.
You and
But
your
we
family
also
wait
still
on the
have that letter to worry about, which we'll get to in a minute, which is going to be right here at the Riverwood Trader. Good thing about this place is it's one of the few places that's like almost 24 hours a day, 7 days a week open. Most are just like 8 to 8. And some of them aren't even that reliable. Okay, I believe this is her house. Yes, it is. So we'll go in here and see if there's anything useful, because she did offer it up. And as long as I think it's useful and it's not labeled stealing, I'll probably take it, starting with, again, alchemy ingredients. And peasant and food and stuff like that are not ingredients. Skip that over. There's a garlic clove. I'll take that. Move the wooden plate. Nope, I was hoping for a charred skeever hide. Not going to happen. Chicken's eggs are good. They are alchemical ingredients. It can actually help you make some of the most expensive potions. Take a peek in the chest. You can see this is stealing. I will not take that. I will take the gold and the lockpicks, but again, I'm not trying to get a bad reputation. Okay, none of this stuff is really helpful. Later on, it might be helpful when we get into enchanting, but right now it's just weight. I really don't have space to carry, so... Pardon me. Nothing really of value anywhere in here. Oh, hello. Soul Gem. I don't think I know Soul Trap yet. But once I get to know it, I'll start using it, and an empty Soul Gem is good enough for the time being. Wish I could take that. I mean, I could. There's nobody here to stop me. I could crouch down and sneak. Well, yeah, they just showed up. Crouch down and sneak, and they'd probably never see me take it, but no. That one potion is not worth it. So I think I've
I
checked
told
pretty
you my
much everything
sister
in
would
the
help us
house. I
out.
don't see a basement or anything, or downstairs. So now that I've gotten everything I can get, and she's already asked
You
me
know,
to move on to see
you
the
should go to
Jarl,
Windhelm and join the
It's
fight to free Skyrim.
time for me to roll on out. Join the Stormcloak Rebellion, he gave me as soon as I walked out of the door, because somebody was talking about it. Thank you, but no, I'm not ready to get involved in the war, so I'll just kind of explore things until I don't really have a choice. So now I go back, and this is where I can select my mission to go ahead and lock this in about the letter from Fandal and stuff. Go down to miscellaneous, I select it, and if I push to the right, it'll give me the option. I can select that one, or I can take certain ones off or on, or I can take all of them off or on. So I'll go ahead and do that, and I'm not really interested in going to see the Jarl of Whiterun yet, so to avoid confusion, I'm just going to keep one of them active right now, so I don't have arrows all over the place. Just maybe in a couple places. The secondary arrow you see, even though I only have one mission, is probably leading me to Fandal for the optional part to let him know about the letter, but I'm just going to go straight to Camilla and get this done and over with in one shot.
Well, one of us has to do something.
I said no. No adventures, no theatrics, no thief chasing.
Well, what are you going to do then, huh? Let's hear it.
We are done talking about this. Oh, a customer. Sorry you had to hear that.
All right, good enough. Go ahead. Carry on, carry on. So this is the lady we're looking for. We'll go ahead and talk to her about
Maybe
the
you
letter.
could talk some sense into my pig-headed brother.
I'm not really all about lying, so I'm just going to tell her a dude was trying to trick her and let her deal with the issues.
What are you talking about? What's in the letter?
Read it. I don't know.
Oh
It's your
my.
business.
He wanted me to think Fandal wrote this?
That's a fact.
Thank you for telling me the truth. Could you talk to Fandal as well? I'm sure he'll want to thank you for standing up for him. Until
Not a
next
problem.
time.
Don't even know the guy. but you're welcome. Okay, so now that we've knocked that out, I can go talk to Fandal. But first, I want to stop in here because, as we remember, we have a whole lot of stuff that we're carrying. This is a good opportunity to sell it
You're a
and find out
strapping
what
young
he
man.
needs.
Don't be a
Well,
stranger.
I don't know what you overheard, but the Riverwood Trader is still open. Feel free to shop.
So I'm going to engage him in conversation. I'm not just going to go straight for the sale because I'm trying to get the Golden Claw mission.
Yeah, we did have a bit of a break-in, but we still have plenty to sell. Robbers were only after one thing. An ornament, solid gold in the shape of a dragon's claw.
Really now? I could be persuaded to give you some assistance.
You could? I've got some coin coming in from my last shipment. It's yours if you bring my claw back. Now, if you're going to get
Not a
those thieves,
problem.
you should head to Bleak Falls Barrow, northeast of town. Yes.
Bleak
So
Falls
now you don't
Barrow.
have to go, do you?
Okay,
Oh,
so
really?
now since
Well,
I've already
I think
talked to
your
him
new
about that,
helper
him and
here
his
needs a
sister are going to
guide.
argue, and maybe she wants to help me. But
no,
first, I'm going to sell off all this excess
By
waste.
the-
So let me
The
talk to him.
sooner you find the
See what he
claw,
has for
the
sale. I'm not
sooner
going
our
to ask him about
lives can get back
spells
to
because I don't
normal.
want to get sent to the College of Winterhold yet, which is exactly what that's going to do.
Oh, a bit of this and a bit of that.
And at this point, it tells you all about bartering. All I'm going to do is come out and look for my heavy stuff that's taking up the most space and sell it off a little bit of time. Now, I could do this in a way that's going to save things for the blacksmith and everything else, but I'm not going to worry about separating it all down yet. I'll get rid of that, and I'll save my steel dagger so I have a melee weapon. Apparel, I will not get rid of anything that is enchanted to include the hide boots, the novice hood, and the novice robe. So be careful when you're selling this stuff. However, everything else, if I'm not wearing it, it's gone. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. I thought you said you were going to sell everything. Yeah, but I'll hold on to a couple things that are actually worth a little bit more money. I'm not selling ingredients. I don't care what you say. Okay, so I've already read that, and I need to read these two books, which you saw me doing another tutorial, but I went back to this, so that's still left undone. At this point, I can sell off anything else I want and look and see if he has anything good that I would like. I'll go ahead and look now for anything that's enchanted with alchemy because I'm going to want that later. However, I don't have a lot of gold, so my expectations and hopes aren't too high. Yeah, as you can see, most of the enchanted stuff is just way too expensive. Soul gems are ridiculous cost compared to what I have now, so we're just going to leave him alone and call that a day. We will go in real quick and read our 2 spell books to get that done. If you've not already done that, thanks to an earlier tutorial. Now, if I want, I can follow her, and she's going to lead me to Bleak Falls Barrow. But first thing I want to do is I want to go check out this Fandal guy that I hooked up
We
with.
have to go through town and
The
across the
favor of
bridge
not
to get to
busting
Bleak
out to
Falls
somebody
Barrow.
else.
You can see it from here, though. The mountain just over the buildings.
Okay, so she's talking about that mountain, and we'll talk about that in a second. But first, let me get over here to Fandal. Oh, says I'm going to have to unlock his house. If I do that, that's breaking and entering, and that can cause the law to show up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go stake out where it is that I have to head for Bleak Falls Barrow, and then I'm going to wait and come back tomorrow. Hey, there's that guy.
That letter ought to convince Camilla to never speak
Yeah,
to
it
Fandal
sure ought.
ever again.
Okay, so where they're going to want us to go is Bleak Falls Barrow, which is up over there on the side of the mountain like she was talking about. We saw it earlier. You can barely see it through the darkness right over there. She's going to want us to walk down to a bridge down here. You can see it off in the distance, the stone bridge right there. And then want us to walk up the back side of the mountain and around over to there. I'm not really all for that. I like straight line distance. So after we wait for a little while and then see Fandal, we're going to make a move, but we're going to try and shortcut it up the side of the mountain. Hopefully you can stay with me. I promise I'm not part mountain goat, so it should be fairly easy. Alright, so let's get back over here to where Faendal's at. I think that's what she said his name was. And now, I'm just going to wait. And I'm going to wait until 8 o'clock in the morning when most people are coming out to work. So give it 8-hour wait. And that's pretty much it. Twiddle my thumbs, play Candy Crush, whatever it is that you enjoy doing to pass the time. Maybe even nap for a while up against the building. Watch people fall from the sky. That's always fun and interesting. Okay, it says he's outside, so now is the perfect time to find him. This is also one of the first people you meet that is a skill trainer.
Riverwood's
Good
agreeable
morning,
enough,
sir.
I suppose. For a Nord village. There's beauty here unmatched in all of Skyrim, to be sure.
And as you can see, I can ask him to train me to be better at archery.
I'll show you
and-
what I know.
It costs a little bit of money, so I could go ahead and train up 5 right now, and then I know I'll be good for the next level. Since I don't have a lot of money, but I do want to train a couple of times, I'm going to go ahead and train twice. I have the money, I'm not doing anything else with it. And that does help me go closer to the next level. I'm not thinking that training one more time will get me the rest of the way, because it gets incrementally smaller and smaller gains, but we'll see, just for the sake of argument. It did. Okay, so it turned out to be well worth it. Maybe. I don't know. That remains to be seen. Okay, so we'll talk to him about this letter.
I appreciate your help. Please, take this. Some gold I've saved up from working at the mill.
Hey, or you could just train me for free. That's cool. Okay, so now he will follow you from this point forward. I'm not sure what kind of stuff you can trade with him and things, but I guess maybe we can see. So I ask him to follow me.
Lead the way.
And now this opens a new set of options for you.
I'm right behind you.
Need you to do something, need to trade some things with you.
What do you want me to carry?
So, his hunting bow is better than what I have, so I'll take that. His arrows, all that money I just gave him. And that's about it. And now that I did that, I'll part
I'll
ways
head back
with
home
him.
if you need me.
And he'll be available to come again anytime that I need him. I didn't think I was going to get that much money or anything from him, but that actually worked out well in the end. So it really paid off to do that favor for him.
I'm glad to
Okay.
help any way I can.
That was Gerder, the lady that we talked to that gave us a key to her house and let us in. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and do the Golden Claw Bleak Falls mission. We'll go ahead and take our level up. And I'm going to go ahead and again get mine and health. And then since I just paid to use archery, I would really like to use it in speech, but since I know immediately I'm not going back to buy or sell anything, then I'm just going to go ahead and dump that into archery to get my damage up, especially since we're getting ready to come up into a new area. Alright. And with the new bow we just acquired, that should really help. Okay, so as I was saying, now they want me to go to Bleak Falls Barrow, so we'll go ahead and make that the active mission. Golden Claw, and I'll turn off the miscellaneous so I don't get confused with all the arrows and stuff. So you can see that we have an arrow pointing right up there, and up at the top is Bleak Falls Barrow. However, you might notice a tower right in front of that mountain that we're going to come to first, probably in our attempt to get up. I'll do a quick survey of the terrain and see where it is I think I can get up. Obviously, I can't jump straight up a cliff, but I could walk all the way down there and around on the path she wants. However, I noticed some slants and angles in the rocks that maybe I'll be able to scoot up. So we'll just go ahead and run across the water here and see what we can work out. I don't really feel like there's too many threats around here, so I won't worry about sneaking just yet. However, as I start to approach the tower, of course I'm going to get ingredients, you know that's going to happen. As I start to approach the tower and notice more ingredients, I'll pick them. I will start sneaking now because I don't want to be spotted by them. Okay, now this looks like a good natural rock path that should be fairly easy to walk straight up. So I'm just going to go ahead and do a little bit of jump hopping. It seems to help with the climbing. and get to a good area. Oh, sneak just went up. That's never a bad thing. That means that at this point we can be seen by him, so we have to be careful. I'm going to go ahead back to my weapons and make the hunting bow my new favorite, and give me some steel arrows for just that little bit of extra damage. Okay, so I don't know where they are yet. I didn't see them, but I know there's a possibility they can see me. So I'm just going to try and peek down there and look for any kind of movement at all. Walk ever so slowly. Looks like some clouds are going to move in, so that's going to help mask or hide our movements. Okay, I don't see anything yet, but I know there's guys there. I'm thinking that's one, but I'm not sure. It is. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of hang out and see if he stops moving to give me a clear shot. He does. I'm going to have to aim high because he's way over there. And it missed it anyway. However, that did alert them to a presence. And my sneak has gone up again. Okay, so he went inside the tower. There's the other person. Nice camo. Okay, that missed, but that definitely alerted him, so I'm going to have to aim high. But they're all grouped together. Should make it easier. Apparently my aim with the bow sucks. Hopefully you're having better luck than I am with this stuff.
Time to end this little game.
Okay. So all that good archery paying stuff paid off. And we'll come, since we've reduced our weight down to nothing, we can go ahead and take everything from these folks. And it'll be stuff that we can sell later on. So in the interest of just moving quick, instead of searching through all this stuff looking for particulars, I'm going to take... my arrows were pretty close. Unfortunately, I can't just pluck them out of the side. Ow, that's going to leave a mark. Okay, so that should be pretty much it for anybody in this tower. So I'm just going to come in here, take any spoils I may have earned. The only thing worth anything right there is a coin purse. Hop on up the stairs, see what's going on. Nothing up there. Alright. Now there may be somebody at the top of the stairs, so I'm going to have my arrow drawn just in case and look up. No. Okay. But oftentimes there are people there, so it's good to be ready with the arrow. Check the barrels, of course, because I'm looking for my alchemy ingredients. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Carrots. My eyes are okay, thank you. Hop on up the stairs. Put the bow away just so it's out of my line of sight. You can see what we have here in the chest. It's all heavy stuff, but nothing really good, but that's okay. Now, had I a bunch of health, I would probably just jump over the side. However, if I try that now, I'm going to die. So, we'll just take it a little bit at a time. Same for here. You can't make that jump that's too far, you'll die. Alright, and with that, we're on our way to Bleak Falls. So now I'm going to stay and sneak. I'm pretty sure there's no enemies around, but what it allows me to do is move slow enough that I can actually see things around me. I can take my time and scan while moving forward without feeling like I'm being too rushed to see things. And there is Bleak Falls. As you can also see, there's snowberries, so I'll go ahead and grab those up. How do I know I got them? Because it poked up in the top left-hand corner of the menu that said snowberries added. Okay, instead of trying to assault this straight on, again, I like to take the road less traveled, make myself less apparent. So I'm going to rock around the side of it and see if maybe I can scout and see who's there. Maybe get a feel for how many there are, what they're equipped with, before I engage them in direct combat. And if I can avoid it, it won't be direct combat at all. They'll never know I was there. Which is the ideal way for me. Now, this doesn't mean you just walk up anywhere and start shooting people and killing them. It's a pretty good idea to make sure whoever you're aiming at is the bad guy. Alright, so again I'm going to stay sneaking. Didn't take me too long to get up here from the tower, and I snuck the whole time, and I see my first sign of movement right there. So we'll go ahead and get him as he walks in. Oh, he's not walking in. He'll walk back out. Okay, so that takes care of one, and I see the red dot pop up, so there's somebody else. Walk down to assist. So I'm just going to back up out of line of sight. He knows I'm around here somewhere. Oh, he may have seen me. He's still looking, but he's on the other side of the steps, so he can't quite see me, but he's pretty sure I'm here. Okay, now he's going the wrong way, which just helped my sneak a little bit. And if the eye disappears, then he's lost me. He's lost me. So that should cause him to return to his start position, which gives me a good shot on him. And I saw another red arrow, so there's another guy that was looking for me over here. So I'm just going to go ahead and have my arrow drawn and ready, so he doesn't surprise me. There he is. Okay, he's moving into the tower, so I'm going to try and sneak up on him and get a better shot. Now I'm going to be a little bit concerned about weight, and steel warhammers are just way too heavy for me to even consider. I'm going to start instituting my 1 pound, 10 gold rule. Of course, I'm always going to take my arrows back, and any extra arrows, they don't weigh anything, and they can only help with my offense. Okay, so he has an inkling out there. I'm going to try and keep the pillar between him and
Thought
myself.
I heard
Whoops.
something.
He did. Whew. So apparently all the money I spent into archery has helped quite a bit. Poor feller. Okay. And I think that takes care of everybody on the outside of Bleak Falls. Now, I don't really want to go into Bleak Falls because that's going to take a little while to get through. So I think we're going to hold that for the next time around. However, I will show you one more thing about Bleak Falls. We'll come around here to the outside edge, around the corner, and voila. We see we have here an apothecary satchel, which is going to have ingredients, and a little strong box that will allow us to attempt to test our lockpicking skills. So we'll go ahead and get these two things, and then we'll call it a night, and I'll see y'all on the next go around. A saber cat, pretty rare one, and a river betty. That's a pretty good score. Nobody's perfect, but if you give me enough tries, I'll get it. And see, that was just silly on me. I'm not even focusing on what I'm doing. I'm just too busy trying to make cracks and jokes. Okay, let's get serious about this, and we should get it open on... Oh, see, and I went the wrong way. Alright, so I'm thinking it's probably right about here. And as you practice over time, your movements and your ability to pick where it'll be will be more on point. Alright, there we go. And I think that covers us for everything out to the outside of Bleak Falls. Next time around, we'll be walking through that door and seeing what's going on in a dungeon. Alright, as Rick would say for now, toodaloo all, have a wonderful evening, chaps. Adios. Bye.